It costs that much cause it takes me fucking hours. Fucking hours. It costs that much cause I don't have superpowers. Superpowers. So you need to pay for my skills cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much cause it takes me fucking hours. You need to pay for my skills cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much cause it takes me fucking hours.
I celebrate Festivus.
I find your belief system fascinating.
It's a Festivus miracle!
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're gonna hear about it. You couldn't smooth a silk sheet if you had a hot date with a babe.
I lost my train of thought.
Another Festivus miracle!
And now, as Festivus rolls on, we come to the feats of strength. Let's rumble!
All right. Here we are. It is Friday night. It is December 23rd, and it is Festivus for the rest of us. So happy Festivus to everybody. For those of you not in the know, maybe too young or just not into sitcoms or anything, this was a made-up holiday from the show Seinfeld 25 years ago on December 18th. The strike episode in the final season of Seinfeld aired, and part of it was Festivus, where George's father, Frank Costanza, is fed up with the holidays, so he just kind of made up his own thing. One of the things about Festivus is the Festivus pole, which is behind me here, since if I put it right here, it would not be good, so I'm keeping it back here. And it also I use it as a weapon because it's gonna get cold here pretty soon. So with me right now, we got Reef Breland, one of my INN brothers, with us here tonight. Good to see you, my man, and Miss Jimmy Sunderland, who had a great show today. Her show. Wait a minute, what's the name of her show? I forgot. What was it called? I think it was, oh yeah, that's right. It's called What? Sure to check her out. And Reef's show, INN News. Reef's all over the place on INN. INN News on Wednesdays with Colin. Speaking of Colin, shout outs for hair, Jimmy. She said, love the hair, Jimmy. Thanks, Colin. That's very sweet of you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm wearing this because it's supposedly supposed to get down to 12 degrees here in New York, and but I just did it for laughs. I really want to get this thing off. My head's hot. So I'm a hothead naturally, so I don't really need the hat. How y'all doing?
Doing fine. How about yourself?
Good. Oh, look at this. What the hell? I'm on a low-carb diet. Who ordered the pasta?
Coming in like Kramer.
You did.
Yay!
What's up, yo? What's up there, Jimmy?
What's up, fam?
What's up,
What's up, Reef?
What's up?
Everybody know.
I feel
Everybody,
I like your
if
hair.
anyone.
You're looking fly, girl.
everybody knows pasta. We're gonna. I know, right? This is like the Love Boat tonight. Only nobody's hooking up. But the stars do come out tonight and say hi to everybody. So Pasta, you down in you so we got two Florida peeps down there. We got you and Reef down in Florida, right? And
Reef's in Florida. What part?
Like the taint. You know, you go up the shaft, like right there. That's where I'm at. Right in the armpit. You know what I'm seeing?
He's in Tallahassee.
Right under Tallahassee. Yeah. Stop, like.
So you're like in fake Florida. I'm in real Florida.
Yeah, exactly. I'm in South Georgia, pretty much. That's what they call it. South Georgia.
Floribama, Florida, Georgia, the Georgia-Florida county line, state line, whatever that band is. I'm not sure. You'd think I'd know since I look like Kenny Rogers, but I'm not Kenny Rogers. Unfortunately.
1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
Islands in the stream. Yes.
You sound good.
Yep.
You sound great.
Can you guys hear me? Jimmy, can you hear
We
me?
do.
Reef, can you hear me?
You're good.
Yep.
Okay, how about if I
Okay.
No.
can you hear me now?
No.
Yes.
So now I know it works.
You're in Miami's. How's that? Palm trees got
I'm in
Christmas
Boca.
lights
I'm
on
in,
them.
like,
Boca. That's
Oh,
rich people's
yeah.
Miami.
I got Christmas lights out there. The water, the Atlantic Ocean's right across the street, out my window. So
Nice.
He said,
The
"Del
water.
Boca Vista Boca. Del George. You see my Festivus poll? I got my Festivus. I don't know if you see that or not. So I got the Festivus poll. There's no feats of strength, folks, unless you hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. That takes some strength. So you see how I did that? See how I flipped that?
all right,
Like that?
guys, I got to finish my reading. So yeah, if you guys can
Thank
give me
you.
a couple minutes, I got to finish my book.
No
Okay.
worries.
Wow, look at that. Sounds like somebody
It's the same pigment as your skin. That's weird. You know? White on white.
I'm born inherently racist. I am the devil. And
But you're a
I am
good
the
cook.
problem, not the elites.
Okay.
I mean,
all these
for a
books
white
do is just, all these books do is to say, neighbors, fight yourselves. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
pretty
the
much.
ruling class. This is about you guys. Like, fuck off.
You probably use plastic straws too. How
They
dare
probably
you,
should have
sir?
named that. They probably should name that book "Nothing to See Here." Just fight amongst yourselves, that kind of thing. Well, in the spirit of Festivus
There's some stuff
pasta.
that's in there that's like, what's that, buddy?
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was saying there's some stuff in that book that's like, true, but like it's the perception of it and the responsibilities is what I say is just crock of shit,
Right.
So,
Well,
but then
I
again,
am
I
fragile.
believe that.
I'm fragile and white, but I do like I don't eat vanilla ice cream all the time. I do eat chocolate sometimes. Sometimes strawberry. I'll have
You
macadamia
racist
nuts. Delicious.
You
Well, I grew
racist
up in the
bastard.
South. I know, right? I grew up in the South, so we were trained well down there. But fortunately, I broke out of that.
Are we, are we
once I got
live?
out. We are live.
Are we live yet?
Yep.
We're just hanging out.
Rock fan.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
everywhere,
we are.
man. We're like Visa. We're everywhere, man. It's good. Oh,
I'll
look, we
pop
got
links in the
Yeti
chat.
Jesus coming in here too. What's up,
Oh,
Yeti?
another ugly sweater.
Hey,
That's
how's
right.
it going?
What's up, fam?
Good to see ya.
How's
Taking
moving day
time
going?
out of his
Christmas
big
sweater.
move.
You have a llama on your sweater. I'm in love.
La 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 la.
It's so
Llama.
cute.
La llama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeti, thanks,
Hey, how's
thanks for
everyone
taking
doing?
time. Thanks for taking time out of your big move. I hear you doing some moving, so hopefully
I know
that
we're
goes
actually
well for you.
postponed the move till next week.
Nice.
We were-
Nice.
All right.
We were gonna drive a bunch of stuff down and then drive back, but we're just gonna go drive it at the end of the month and just go and do the move all at once.
That's cool. That's cool. That makes sense.
Yeah, because it's like a 9-hour drive. So,
Are you getting a lot
Yeah.
of snow where you're at?
oh yeah, it's minus like 30 something right now Celsius.
Woo.
Yeah, it's cold.
Celsius.
It's the only time where you're allowed to wear sandals with socks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think I'm
I didn't
joking?
see- No, I wear sandals with socks. That's why I think it's funny. But
This is what I call it minus 40 with.
you're
Just
somebody's
trucking
so
dad.
along.
You are straight up
Iron in
somebody's
news
dad.
clips.
Well, let's go around the horn. This is time for the airing of grievances. So, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be grievances with one of us. You know, you could have grievances with anything in the world, a person, a thing, a toaster oven. It doesn't matter. You know, whatever you're down for. You know, Yeti, do you got any grievances?
I mean, just with government, but that's a general principle. So,
right,
because they're always useless.
So, way to live life.
Yeah.
This is your.
So I also hate banks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good at the moment. I'm actually really looking forward to getting south. Other than the giving up our animals, that kind of sucked, but we found homes for all of them. Actually, I just found a home for my 2 brother cats, and they went to like one dude, so they'll be pretty chill down there, just them and the guys. So pretty happy with that.
Yeah, it's I've done one of those moves with animals before too, and I mean, like, not with the animals, but like I was moving to LA from Mississippi, and I was actually riding with a friend of mine, and we didn't have room in the car for any kind of pets or anything like that. So I found a family in North Mississippi. I had 2 cats at the time, and I found a home for them out in the country, you know, like a nice little farm area, so they could run around in the barn and stuff like that, you know. And so I felt okay that, you know, they had a home, and that they weren't going to be put through hell. Because when me and my buddy moved out to LA, we didn't have a job waiting for us. We didn't have a place to live waiting for us. We knew 2 people out there. Yeah, we knew 2 people out there, and so we were just kind of going blindly out there. And so, but I said I'm not going to take cats into that you know, kind of
yeah,
mystery.
that would be too hard with animals. I remember when I first came back here, I moved back and I was completely broke. I had just got finished houseboating. Came back completely broke. I would play 3-ball down at the bar to make money during the night.
Oh wow. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing though. It's like, that was the only, I mean, when I was a little kid, I had pets. So we had like animals all over the place. Hey Oz, good to see you, brother.
What's up, fam?
Oz and Shanda later tonight, I think in about 2 hours, about 10 o'clock Eastern, they're going to have a special
right after
Christmas Eve show. Yes. Beauty and the Boomer. So, we're going to be out by then. So, that you can just seamlessly move into that slot and everything's fine. And then you get all kinds of quality entertainment, this evening. So, and as for this show, there's going to be people kind of popping in and out, as the night progresses. So we'll see how it goes. Jimmy, do you have any, grievances, with anyone that you want to air? Now is the time.
No, I can't think of anything. I've been pretty fucking blessed this year. You guys are fucking awesome. So yeah, no. I'm probably like the complete opposite of what you guys are talking about just a minute ago, though, because if I was to air a grievance out, it would be my sister's dog that I'm babysitting while she's trying to look for a fucking home. Like, I fucking hate that dog. Like,
fucking dog.
I know. I keep reminding myself, like, all right, I really want to find it another home, like, so bad, but I fucking can't because it's not mine. Damn it.
I think it's time for feats of strength then. She needs to just wrestle the dog and win, you know, and then it'll know what's up.
Hey, Jimmy, that would be a grievance. That's a good grievance. That's good. I'm glad you got I'm glad you purged your system of it. You let it out. You know, you get the poison out and you feel better as a person. Reef, what about you, my friend? How many grievances do you have?
So many politicians to grieve towards with grievances. I mean, anyone that has stepped foot in the like Senate building in the last like decade, you know, especially recently, how much are we sending over for Christmas bonus to Ukraine now? What are we up to?
That would there's another 45 billion in the omnibus, but $2 bill just went out. So yeah. But meanwhile, you can go right down the street and see about 1 million homeless fucking people if you're in LA, San Francisco, San Diego, Fort Lauderdale, New York, any major metropolitan area. It's disgusting, but yeah.
Well, we head towards
they have
one of the
biggest
ice
money
storms
before it gets back, so they can help the people clean up. Right? That's what money laundering is, right? That was my. Right?
I tell you, if you want to help homeless people in Los Angeles, at this point, the only thing you can do is go to the tents, go find the people's tents, and slap Ukrainian flag stickers on there, and then some shitlib will come along and try to save them. That's the only way. You got to trick these people into helping our own. How fucked up is that? Right?
That's a great skit, dude. We should go down there and say, Slava Ukraine, and go, can you help us out, Congress? That's
Slava Ukraine, I want to get paid.
You just need like a blue and yellow suit and a bell and just sit outside, like that's all you need. Like that'll be great.
They just need to annex some of their territory where they're living homeless and then say they want to join the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Pasta, do you have any
I smoke on your show?
Yeah, I told you, yes, smoke. Just don't murder anybody. Because as long as I don't have to be an accessory to your crimes, I don't give a fuck what you do. I just don't want to go to court. I don't have a really good suit, so that's all I'm saying. But Pasta, I do have to ask you though. Do you have any grievances? This is the airing of grievances. Let's hear them.
Well, it's going to be a little. Can you hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. We're good.
Yep.
It's going to be a little bit odd because I think that I would assume that this is indie news, indie left news, and we all understand we're leftists, and I'm a leftist myself. I still claim to be a leftist libertarian, but as you know, for the election integrity movement, I made some bonds and some pacts with some of the MAGA first people, hopefully that we can get some results and get some election stuff done. Now, the case with Carrie Lake was amazing. The fact that they got it to court and they were able to expose shit I've been talking about for fucking years. I'm still upset with that whole crew. I'm upset with the Bannon crew. I'm upset with the Jack Posobiec crew. I'm upset with the Alex Jones crew. I'm upset with them. And I know that most people we don't like them anyways, but their rhetoric and their attitude.
What do you mean, Pasta?
towards Brazil and trying to pull this op off and just completely ignoring me. Like I was finding a way. The same people that I work to defeat the mandates with. For all those of you who don't know out there, I am once again against the stuff boop boop shit. They're the same line of people. They get people booked on the same shows. Well, Bannon has completely avoided me. Tucker has not returned any of my emails. Alex Jones. The only person I can get on to talk about this stuff is Jimmy Dore, Kim Iverson, friends of mine. And I appreciate that. But, I think when it comes to the situation, it's like I've told a lot of people, don't cry wolf. If you cry wolf over Brazil and you don't even know what the fuck's going on, you're using the term ballots and you think there's an actual paper ballots when there are no ballots. That just shows that you don't know what's going on. So I'm a little upset at that crew because for so many years they were going, shit libs stay in their own corner. They don't talk to anybody who could push back at them. Fauci will never get in the room with Dr. McCullough, but now they're doing the same thing to me. I know it's on a small scale and they'll say, oh, well, he's not a big name. Why do we have to have him on? But I was in contact with all of them and working my way to get closer on that show because they are all willing to exploit me as a leftist who believes in election integrity. But now that I don't have the same tune as them in Brazil, and Brazil is really like a fucking microcosm of the macro, which is this, they're really revving up Uncle Warren, the anti-communist rhetoric. And that's not like about being just anti-communist. That's about pitting the people against each other. It's communist versus capitalism. And then they don't look at the ruling class. And that's what's going on over there. There's this one reporter named Matthew Turman, who's been on all those shows, who was following me on Twitter. When I reached out to him, I'm like, you ready to have a nuanced conversation about Brazil? Because this guy was just spitting shit about Brazil. And I was like, all right, give me 5-10 minutes with him and I'll tear him apart. Because it's obvious he doesn't know, he's just making these general elaborate accusations that have no comparison to what Donald Trump went through in 2020. Brazil's been rocking the same system for 20 years now. And Bolsonaro won 9 fucking elections under the same system. But all of a sudden now it's like this, and he did the very opposite that Trump did. Trump went out there speaking, this is what happened in Georgia. This is what happened in Pennsylvania. This is what happened in Nevada. This is what happened in Arizona. Bolsonaro hid.
like Joe Biden like a little bitch and didn't even come out. Why? Because he fucking knew this was all a bunch of crockish shit. And it's been perpetuated by the conservative MAGA right, the Bannonites, the Matthew Termans. And I hate anything that pits our citizens against each other, pits humans of the world against each other. So that's who my grievance is with tonight. Even though they're normally persons we don't agree with, I'm doubly pissed at them on this Christmas Eve. So
can't blame you.
Very good. Very good. Good to always good to purge. You feel lighter, right? You feel about like 10 pounds lighter, like you just had a nice, Mexican meal and then you had to go run to the bathroom real quick.
Uncle Warren, I just made my eggplant stacks for tomorrow, and I had a little sample of them. And, oh my God, I got my fried eggplant. I bought my mom an air fryer for Christmas. I got the fried eggplant rings that I brined, and I made a nice tomato sauce. I got cashew ricotta cheese with vegan Parmesan and some parsley, and I got pieces of basil leaf and stacked them up with the sauce, ricotta and mozzarella. Oh, I don't feel skinny at all, even though I feel fat, dog. I had a sample piece for tomorrow. So
feel fat listening to that. And I hate eggplant.
Yeti, I know a lot of people hate eggplant, but when you have my eggplant parm, I call them Sicilian stacks.
Oh, okay.
I guarantee you, Yeti, if I ever get the chance to cook for you, you'd love it. I promise you.
Wait there, Fiend.
I think it's like the mushy food thing. I just assume I'm going to have to eat mushy food when I'm 90. So I'm just like, I'm not going to do it to start.
But Yeti, check this out. I take the eggplant, I peel them, I slice them into circles, nice size.
Okay.
And then I soak them in a brine, which is just water, sugar, and salt overnight.
Okay.
And then I drain it, and then I go flour, vegan egg wash, panko breadcrumbs mixed with Italian breadcrumbs, and then air fry them. So it's not mushy. You crush into it, and it's all like, it's soft on the inside, but with the crunchy texture and the sauce and the vegan cheese, you can even pull it off with the vegan cheese. It's really, so yeah, there's a way, it's all about technique and the way you cook shit. You know that, baby. So
yeah.
Listen,
I gotta send you
pasta.
Pasta,
if you're looking for a domestic partner and you're not too picky, just let me know. And I will move out to Vegas.
Warren, if you look more like Jimmy and sounded more like Reef. Wait, if you look more like Jimmy, sounded more like Yeti, and smoked more like Reef, then you got me.
Yeah.
I had to use all the guests.
Look, we'll just do it for the taxes. It'll be all right,
I'll hook you up with my makeup tips, Warren. I'll hook you up with my makeup tips.
Nice.
You're gonna need a lot of makeup tips there, Jimmy. I mean, not that he's
It'll take us 2 minutes in
guy, but we got
all I'm saying is this food better be good, Pasta. I'm just saying, if I gotta go through all that, all right?
Because I am gonna get some boobs. Support me. I'm looking for that right now. I'm in Boca Raton with my mom. I'm like, Mom, who's the?
I better have a martini every day when I come home.
That house will be clean, baby.
Nice.
Your clothes will be ironed. Dinner will be on the table.
Perfect.
Bath will be drawn. Pasta's
exactly
ready.
what I need.
Bring home the bread.
Sponge bath. I'm down.
I'll tell you though. I'll clean up a house.
Give me a bath bomb, motherfucker. I ain't getting in there now. Come on.
I will clean up a house. I will not clean up my own house, but I will clean up someone else's house because I don't know. It's just weird. It's just like I get here and I'm just like, good enough.
Aren't we supposed to have robots that do that for us now?
No.
Like, when do we get those?
We're getting electromagnetic guns. Wait,
nice.
Magnetic pulse guns? What are they called?
Yeah.
I can't get them right all the time. Steve yells at me all the time.
guns?
EMP.
Russia's been using some electromagnetic guns out in the
Donbass
too.
I think that all sides are using like lasers from space.
I hope so.
I'm sure.
I believe that every time there's an attack on Gaza, they're dropping shit from space and trying some shit out. Like that's what Gaza's for. Like I honestly believe that shit.
We're heading back to the moon.
It wouldn't surprise me, man. Like it's fucking horrendous down there what they're doing. And it's just like there's nothing that keeps them from stopping.
And I'm in the land of Zionists. I mean, this is like my mom's got a few bucks on the beach, that kind of thing.
He ain't kidding.
In Boca? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely in Boca.
I gotta be careful. I mean,
they're from the Northwesterners, are they?
Florida's like Queen South.
Some of them.
Yeah, Florida's definitely Queen South.
Did you see? Oh my God! Did you see Gal Gadot doing the whole thing about like indigenous people being like moved out of their land. Like she's doing like a documentary on like indigenous, and it's like, are you kidding? Do you not have a mirror near you ever? Like, what is going on?
Doing that, yeah.
Like, oh God.
No, but
anyway,
you got to understand their argument will always be that Jews were there first in the Holy Land for many years. It was taken away from them.
They called dibs.
They just took it back. That's what they're going to say.
Well, then why doesn't the indigenous get the land back if we're using the same theory?
They didn't call shotgun.
Well,
that's
shit,
why.
Right.
Let's be honest, Yeti. Let's be honest, though, really quick, not to cut you off. Yep. These are not the same Jewish Sephardic Jews that are running Israel now. They're the Ashkenazi Jews that are running Israel now. Totally different. Yeah. European Jews. Not even the same Jews.
I think we're into like Khazarian mafia kind of area.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I'd heard the indigenous folks had claimed no takebacks, so that's why they don't get their stuff. No, but that's probably bullshit though. So because people make shit up all the time, which gets to my grievances, which I haven't aired tonight, and I'm gonna air my grievances right now with my poll. This is my poll, Pasta. God damn it! All right, motherfuckers. I've been waiting all year for this. All right, let's go. I don't really have any grievances, to be honest with you. I'm just happy to be here. I love everybody.
Jesus Christ.
Pasta, I love your mom. Your mom is like the internet's mom now. You know that, right? She is like everybody's mom now. She's
but she's watching Tucker. I'm watching Tucker.
I'm watching Tucker.
Not Tucker. Tucka. Tucker.
Tucker.
It's like the water.
My mom goes, "No, I just saw Matthew Turman on again talking about Brazil," and my face just got all red. I'm like, "Mom, that
motherfucker!" Now, Pasta, don't you wish you were back in New York right now? Because it's a nice balmy 12 degrees with the wind chill probably about 0 right now. No? You sure?
I haven't been back in New York in a long time, and I don't care to be back in a long time.
Yeah, it got worse. I don't know how Jimmy, it was when you were here.
Me?
You smoking weed, Jimmy? Hold on.
I am.
All right, come on.
Smoking weed.
I'm sorry, Warren, to cut you off. I just saw her slip something out. I'm like, me, her. Come on, Yeti and Warren, get a bowl.
That's like asking if Aquaman can talk to fish. Of course she's smoking.
I don't know Jimmy that well.
That's right.
All of us self-medicate
Skywalker
here.
OG today.
I know that Yeti does. Well, any guy who wears that sweater definitely smoke.
You should smoke that sweater. That sweater's green. Smoke the sweater.
Does he have us
Come
muted?
on, Yeti.
Yeti, you have us muted.
He already smoked it. He looks confused. He's like, Yeti.
Check this out. You're over here. See my TV? That's on the Rockfin feed.
That's like the flat screen TV from The Office. That's what that one's like.
It.
Where's Willie Bragg at? I want to speak to Willie Bragg.
I thought
he'll be here at some point, I think.
All right.
Where you at? Willie said.
I've never had a one-on-one with Willie. I've kind of texted back and forth with him. I'm a fan of Willie Bragg. I don't agree with everything he says, but I'm definitely a fan of him. I'm a big about I think character in a person and the energy. And even though I won't agree with him with everything, I really dig his character and energy. I think he should have a lot more followers, like I think a lot of you guys should. But I mean, I think you guys all know, and this is why we could say fuck Elon. That Elon says that only conservatives have been demonetized. Shadow man.
Can we get some more people on those files?
Is some bullshit. Yeah.
I'll get you.
Is that Andrew? I gotta get out of here. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Bye.
Wow, you fucking racist. Goddamn, Pasta. Jesus Christ, man. We were trying to keep this PG. Anyway, we got Andrew Rochford here from the Rochford Files. What's up, brother?
What's up,
Denver represent. What is up, Colorado?
Salud,
how you doing, brother?
Oh, thank you.
We got people from all over the place.
Weed talk and talk. That was fun.
That's right. Oh, is that why you came in? You heard weed talk? That's right.
Yes.
Weed talk. Okay. That's right. Welcome to Weed Talk. I'm your host, Kenny Rogers. The coward of the county.
Kenny Rogers high as shit would make a great show. What are you talking about? That would be good. Islands is somewhere.
No one to fold them.
I thought either I look like Kenny Rogers or one of those ancient alien guys from the History Channel, right? So because they always have
the
like
Bee
this
Gees cut their hair,
big poofy hair. They always have some sort of white, kind of scholarly looking beard shit looking going on.
You think that's bad? I look like the people they dig up and recreate. Like, Neanderthal. And I'm like, they just took a picture of me.
We unfroze you from the permafrost.
That is not true.
It's Yeti and
Pithecanthropus. You look more like one of the Persian warriors fighting the fucking 300 men in the movie 300. That's way more like that.
Yeah. Nice.
Oddly, that's where my genealogy goes back to, like Turkey and the Slovaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like a food club
one that was like hunched over.
What's that? Sorry?
I'm saying, Yeti, do you want to tell us your real name or you want to keep it private and just hit it in the chat?
James.
James, nice to meet you, brother. Really is a pleasure, dude.
Oh, nice to meet you guys. Yeah, no, it's funny. People refer to me as different things all my life, so I just get used to being called whatever.
Well, I really like your Twitter, man. You got some great things to say.
Thanks,
dude.
Much appreciated.
Me too. I get used to people just calling me whatever the fuck they want to, and I'm like, okay.
I call you Uncle Warren.
Just don't call me late for supper, okay? That's what I'm saying right now. You know what I mean? Because I like to eat a lot. So, Andrew, that's right. No, too sexy. Oh, too sexy. So, we've been airing our grievances tonight. Andrew, do you have any grievances you want to air tonight, son?
I'm kind of
on the spot.
Similar to like you and Jimmy, where like not really anything like that stands out, because I'm sure we've been doing a lot of that on our shows throughout the year.
That's true. Although we're usually every time I'm on my show, and I'm either drunk or stoned, so I don't really get a chance to like be angry about stuff because I'm like, yeah.
You are.
You're not gonna be angry when you're like, hey, but later,
let's use fuzzy guillotines.
I love guillotines. They're so nice. So I just want to warn everybody right now. If you hear some like weird knocking noises, now Pasta, you're probably the one who would probably know what these knocking noises are. So I have a radiator. In New York, we have like radiators and stuff like that, okay? And we have these pipes that go up, these heat pipes that have steam in them, and they start going clang, 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 and it sounds like, somebody who's trying to break into your apartment from the outside on the second floor with a jackhammer. So just saying, if you hear any funky noises, nobody's like getting destroyed over here. It's just nice and toasty in the 12 degrees. With the wind chill,
that's the thing you chain people to, the radiator.
Yes. No, not anymore. Not since the incident. Not since the escape.
That's where you dry the towels, Reef. Come on now.
That's right. Exactly. Yep. Although, here's a pro tip:
all the bodega cats sit on it.
If you have a radiator, you can put a bowl of water on there, right? Like a glass bowl of water, and then you'll get like. It'll start steaming up, so it gets really dry here in the winter times, right? So like in New York in the summer it gets like very humid, right? Just like ass, forget it. But in the wintertime, the air tends to dry up, and that's when you get like the bloody
I like how we have
nosebleeds.
the same dispensary container. Anyway, yeah, like.
What do you got there? What do you got there, Pasta? What is that called?
That's Float Flower. It's doesn't say, but it's a really nice floral, flowery. It's the best stuff they had in the pharmacy. My friend got it for me.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
Nice.
I had this shit called Gary Payton the other day, and apparently Jimmy knew what it was. I had never heard of Gary Payton. I'm like, you're gonna put some rando NBA player, name some weed after it. Okay, that's fine, I guess.
His name was the Glove.
The Glove. I mean, I know who Gary Payton is. I just think it's just an odd choice to name weed. Like if he was still playing now, I could understand it, right? I'd say, okay, yeah, like Gary Payton, but you know,
it's owned by Cookies. It was a Cookies brand, so Cookies would do something like that. That's why. I think like even Snoop Dogg had a brand in Cookies, so it's just what they do. They just brand things to things they like.
Has anybody seen Mike Tyson's gummies where Evander Holyfield?
Yes. Yeah, and did you see the commercial for it?
No,
it's one
but
of the
I've had
fucking
'em.
best things ever. Dude, it's fucking Tyson going to Holyfield, and like Evander Holyfield's like, my ears did not taste like cherry pie, and like he's like, yes, they did. Like they definitely did. I would know. I bit your ear. They tasted like cherry pie. Like that's it. It's just that. That's the fucking commercial.
Do you guys know that like it's kind of weird, like what people say, like who's some of your inspirations? Like Mike Tyson is one of them.
Oh yeah.
I hated him as a boxer. I hated him. I mean, he was amazing, but I hated him
so
as a person. Yeah, but he was so angry and he was so mad. He's like, you know, it's like the
until
whole
you dive
shit.
into it and realize that it's a fucking computer working a machine. Like,
well,
you know,
I don't know if there's anything close to real human beings in life. I think like people who experience like pain and agony and upset, and like Mike Tyson was living in that. So if he's in a computer simulation, they really put him in there because he was a miserable person.
Yeah, they hypnotized him. Yeah,
maybe. But whatever
this
the
is a
case
computer
may be.
simulation.
No, like he said they did.
Well, whatever
he
the
said they
case may be.
hypnotized him to fight better.
Well, that's what they said. I don't know.
That's why you got to be ferocious. You got to be a ferocious fighter.
But when he found like some peace and some happiness, I'll never forget it. Like because it's kind of cool story. Am I interrupting? Can I tell a quick story, Warren?
No, go ahead.
So like my dad passed away, and like, you know, that was my biological father. You know, you have some differences. You have some things you wish you had said and you didn't say, and it's kind of you take some anger and you take some guilt with you for being like an asshole or whatever. But my father was from the same city as Mike Tyson, but years. My dad was born in 1935. It's a city in Brooklyn called Bedford-Stuyvesant.
Oh yeah,
yeah, Bed-Stuy. Bed-Stuy, do or die, Smalls. Bed-Stuy.
I'm right over there. I'm right by it. I'm right by Bed-Stuy.
Right, so you know Bed-Stuy.
Yeah, I'm at Fort Greene.
So my dad used to raise pigeons, but I never understood what the fuck he was talking about. I'm like, how do you raise pigeons? Like, ready, set, go. And you just let them go. And I know they're honing birds, but what they would do is they would go to different locations and they would have like timers on it. And there was this whole thing. Well, Mike Tyson, after he was completely done with boxing, and before they had the celebrity comeback boxing, he started the show. And I don't know if it was on one of the A&E or one of those things. And it was about his whole like pigeon racing. And he actually, I saw this part of Michael where he was loving to the birds. And I never seen Michael in that light before. I always saw him as a ferocious animal. And it seemed like he had lifted so much off his shoulders. And at the same time, he explained to me something that my father did in his youth at the same town, which I never understood. And I just got like addicted and attached to it. It was like one season. But ever since then, I've been so like loving of Mike. If there's anybody who is can find a way, and I know he's had a couple breakdowns here and there, but has found like happiness and has found like just joy. Mike Tyson's a great example of that, man. I just love to see him now. He's so happy.
He's hanging out with Rafael Cordero now. He went
amazing
up behind stuff.
When Evander Holyfield was on stage, and I remember he went up stage behind him and surprised him. You know, at the time when that happened, I thought that Evander Holyfield would never be fucking Mike Tyson's friend. Motherfucker bit his ear off. Piece of his ear. But so Mike Tyson,
did you hear the story behind that? Evander had been like headbutting them the whole time.
I watched. I watched the fight, and he said he was headbutting, but it wasn't. It was nothing.
And it was also apparently like beforehand. Yeah. Beforehand, it was like, I can't hear a word you're saying, was uttered by Evander multiple times. And Tyson was kind of going like, oh, can you hear me now, motherfucker? Like that shit. It's a little bit of that. Like,
but Mike Tyson said his first fight was like 9 years old. Once somebody killed his pigeon and he had a fight, he was been fighting ever since. But you know, one of the beautiful things that Mike Tyson,
there's a video
by
Werner Herzog on Mike Tyson. Have you seen that? That's excellent.
I think I have seen it. I think I have.
Where he's talking about to a reporter.
Yes.
Like, yeah. And he's talking about like Austrian kings and
He's got like fucking. I think he's got Fidel on his arm. No.
Yes.
Mao.
Fidel, Che Guevara, Mao, and Che.
Mao
I think he's
stuff.
got.
Yeah, he's got that.
Yeah.
Shit.
He's got like a three-piece.
You know what I heard him recently saying, and I think it was that interview with Herzog, but he was talking about Guzamato, right? And he goes, it's something I'll never forget. And it's something I'll take with me my whole life. He goes, there's strength in humbleness. There's strength in being humble. Like he was talking about Guzamato, the Italian guy. And he goes, at first, he thought that Guzamato was like weird and like gay because he was telling him how he loved him, how special he was. But then he got it. Yeah, he got it quickly, and he understood how this person just saw beauty in him and saw that and says, you're going to be the champion of the world and you're going to do so much more. So, I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. That's my Mike Tyson stuff. That's what I'm happy about this year.
Yeah, I think Tyson had, he had like kind of a troubled youth, and it was really his trainer. Like when he went to the Olympics and he won gold. But what was his nickname? Didn't he call him like Pops or something, or call him Doc or something? He had like some sort of nickname or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, there was a name for him. I forget. It was like that fight after he lost him too was crazy. You know, it was like he got the belt right after that. My goal weight forever has been 218, which is what Tyson won the championship at. Won his first belt. Like I have the same height and reach as him, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this shit together, get down to fight weight, 218, let's go. You know, like.
Then I'm gonna come down there and kick your ass, Reeve.
Pretty much, I'm down. I will feats of strength all day, baby. I'm good.
Hey, I've called out fucking Shank. Shank wants to fight him down.
He's more in my weight class.
Whatever. Come on, Shank.
He's more in my weight class.
I'm still 230.
Yeah. We'll do one of those, like we'll give both of you like a month to train. You know, we'll get camera crews in.
Dude,
Logan Paul will do something.
Fuck out of that dude. Oh man,
me too.
That dude has no chance. Like I played some pickleball the other day with my mom's friends and stuff. I still got that pickleball. Oh yeah, first time ever, dude. I fucking fell down, scraped my knee, took the net out. Awesome. Pickleball.
Nice. All right, listen. All right, you need to explain what pickleball is, because I don't know what pickleball is. You were saying what's pickleball?
Sorry, Jimmy, go ahead.
No, go for it.
No, you understand pickleball. Go ahead.
No, I don't. I just know that it's a fucking terrorizing ass game.
It's like squash, isn't it? Kind of.
No.
Instead of a ball, do you hit a pickle? I don't understand.
It's tennis in a condensed court. In other words, in the pickleball courts, they have on one side of the tennis court, they have one pickleball court, and the other side of the tennis courts, they have another pickleball court. So it's just a little bit smaller than a half a court of tennis. They use a wiffle ball and a graphite racket, and you can put a lot of spin on it, and you can't go completely to the net. There's a little area in the front called the kitchen, and it's just like tennis, and there's a few different rules. But the older people are taken to it because it's a little bit more standstill and it's a lot more action. They don't have to run around like crazy in tennis and cover a lot of ground. But it's kind of like, even though it's like tennis, it's kind of like racquetball because you kind of flick your wrist a little bit more. There's a little bit of arm movement and stuff when you're deep there and stuff. But it's also got a little ping pong in it because you can influence the wiffle.
I might look this up when I move down south and see if I can find some places to play this.
It's really catching on with a lot of the older folks and stuff. They get a lot more exercise, a lot more action, a lot more fun, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm gonna feel bad when I play them beating them up after a couple times I play, but I'm gonna beat them up anyways.
Dude, I've been trying to influence my wiffle for so many years. I've been trying to influence my wiffle for so many years, and it's just never going to happen. I think I may be
the wiffle.
I may be past that point of no return. So, but it sounds fun. But you had a little boo boo. You had like a little owie on your leg from it. Y'all must have been playing the hardcore rules, right?
Well, I got a little bit serious. I went running for the net to get a ball, and I scraped my knee and I took out the net and I broke the net 10 minutes into my first game. Like. Yeah.
Nice.
Wiffle ball?
It's a wiffle ball.
Prison rule.
Yeah. How's that different from how's it different from badminton though? Is it like, because I know you have a shuttlecock. You have a shuttlecock.
You just wanted to say shuttlecock. That's all you wanted, dude.
Stop it. You're the devil.
You know it's not. It's different than badminton.
Let's face it, he didn't care about the word shuttle at all.
He just wanted to say cack.
Yep.
I was a shuttle cack. Come on. So no, like, all right, see, you said it's a wiffle ball.
Kitchens when I was younger, and so we always referred to cake as cack. So all the times you hear in the back of the kitchen, hey, get some cack out of the freezer.
Get me a slice of that cack.
I got your birthday cock. Happy birthday to you. No, no birthday cock. No birthday cock.
Holy cack.
This
is delicious whipped cream.
Hey, you ever have a Boston cream cack? It's wicked great.
Oh boy.
Fucking wicked smart.
For calling 8:45, the show officially went off the rails. That's beautiful. All right. I was hoping.
Pretty far though.
I thought it would be sooner, to be honest with you. I thought it would be sooner. But you know, it is what it is, and we must move on. So, so how did you like Zelensky at the talking the talkie talk with the Nazi flag behind him? What was that about? You like that? Isn't that fun? You like it? Yeah. I've been working on my Zelensky impression. So you ready? You ready? All right. It's very guttural. It's like it's almost like you're somebody from like Long Island who smokes, all right? Yeah, you do. You know, and I've come for your children. Oh no, it's Zelensky. Run away. Yeah, so I can't do it very long because then I get a little dry and I have to drink a lot of water.
If you want to do a Zelensky, you got to do what he did when Sean Penn was giving him his Fugazi Oscar. Oh, Sean, no, Sean, Sean, no, Sean.
No, Sean.
You're too good to me. No,
my man, sexy. billions and billions of dollars to Cokie Smurf, some fucking cokehead. I mean, fuck.
I know, right? Just like
please don't put him on Sesame Street. Please do not put that guy on Sesame Street.
Yeah, they'll stick him on Sesame Street. If they do all that jabby
up against, they'll love them. They'll be right next to each other.
They were doing all that COVID shit on Sesame Street too. Don't forget to get your jab. You know, of course they're gonna have the fucking cokehead on there. What do you expect, man?
Rolling over.
Don't forget to like your Nazis.
Which one of you vaccinated Santa? I want to know right fucking now.
They put it in the cookie.
Guy did. It's Colin. I blame Colin for everything because he just showed up.
Fauci to boop boop.
The boop boop. None of them got the boop boop.
The boop boop. No, they got like sugar water or something. Yeah, saline.
I think so too. Yeah, placebo.
It's all an op.
Yeah.
I was telling somebody today, just assume everybody's lying, and then shit just starts making sense left and right. I mean, you know, it's just
so much easier.
It's so much easier. I used to be like that. I was like, no, they're good people. They're good people.
You're all nihilists. God.
Now it's just fun to try and find the tidbit of truth. Like, all right, what's the truth puzzle piece?
But guys, the squad are the only people we have. Guys.
Yeah.
Can we also talk about AOC finally doing something good though?
What's that?
We got to give him credit. During
the FTX fucking hearing with fucking John Ray, who took over the company to liquidate it while it was going into bankruptcy, a day before that, and this is something that AOC pointed out, and when she was ready to speak, I'm like, all right, we're going to hear some virtue signaling bullshit about how it's bad on the fucking environment and blah, 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 blah. But no, she just let's go and lay out a timeline. And she laid it out, and she goes, so correct me if I'm wrong. During the 25.5 hours before the company was handed over to you, John Ray, Samuel Bankman-Fried made a deal with the Bahamian Attorney General in which they would unlock the fucking locked accounts in the Bahamas only, and 1,500 accounts pulled out $100 million. Fucking somebody got there. The privileged ones, motherfuckers. If that's $1,500, 1,500 accounts to get to 100 million, that's $66,000 per account. So you could imagine it was dudes with multiple accounts. It was the fucking privileged again. While we all suck a bag of riches.
Mhm.
But AOC pointed that out, and then another congressman followed it up and said, I hope you go find out who has that money and who fucking got their money out. This is some bullshit.
Capitalism for the poor and socialism for the rich.
Well, it's like that broken clock thing. They always talk about there's more broken clocks now than actual functioning clocks now. It just seems like, right? You have like you got Boebert and Gates, sitting down there scrolling on their phone while Zelensky's,
They're not even reading the right time. It's like 26:75. What time is it? I don't know.
Well, we got Colin here, and apparently one of the Due Dissidents folks is here. Hey, there he is. What the hell, Keaton Weiss? What's up, brother?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Long time no see. It feels like it's been a few weeks. Anyway,
I guess I was just sitting there. I didn't turn my video on. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. This is kind of the witness protection program, so if you don't use your camera, that's fine. A lot of these people here are criminals anyway, so it's all good. You're in good company, sir. So,
speaking of that, my grievance, I wanted to ask you guys about this because I still have not received my mid-month direct deposit from the Kremlin. And I was wondering if any of you guys got yours yet.
Hold
because
on.
I don't understand. It usually hits on the 15th.
He hasn't gotten his shit yet.
What's that?
I'm calling Fiorella right now. I'm getting a fee.
Yeah, see what's going on with that because it usually comes on the 15th.
You didn't get your bottle of vodka?
Came and went, didn't happen, no. I figure, all right, I'll give it to the weekend. All right. I message Ivan on Saturday. He says it should hit by Monday. Monday comes and goes. I'm not going to buy. Okay, it's Tuesday. Now it's Tuesday. I say, what's going on? He says it'll hit tomorrow. That's Wednesday. Now it's Friday. Now it's going to be Christmas. Now the holidays. Now I don't know what's going to be going on. I feel like for all we do for them, they should pay us on time, especially now, especially, during the holiday season.
Well, I have a conspiracy theory for you. Okay, so I just, we have our little group chat here for the show tonight, and Fiorella Isabella said she was going to try and come on tonight. She said this early in the week. Tonight, she said, no, I got to work, can't come on, have a great show. Because she knew that you were going to be on, Keaton, and she did not want to go through that grilling, those questions. She couldn't handle it. So she's hiding from you. That's what I think.
He's also not answered my question about how good the weed is in Moscow yet. I've not heard. So
well, she doesn't want to go
I don't want to
get
get Ricky Griner.
Isn't weed in Moscow, Russia?
I'm starting to get the sense that the Russians are not being straightforward with us. I don't know.
It's illegal in Arkansas too, but people still smoke it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm feeling a little taken advantage of is all. That's my grievance.
Yes,
that's
the banditi.
Yeah.
Good job. I see you brought your
yesterday on our show, I praised Matt Gaetz and Lauren Boebert. That was a big thing.
We were just talking about that.
They made a big deal about that. They really wanted me to, they've been asking me to do that for a long time. And I said, I don't know. Yesterday, I finally did it for them in the spirit of the holidays, knowing they were late with the payment, and I still haven't got the payment.
But you know what, Keaton? Just give it a couple days, and they'll blame something on China, and you'll go back to, oh yeah, I forgot why I fucking
if they tell you they're gonna pay you in traveler's checks, no, just you got to put a firm line in the sand there. I
had heard that the Red Brown Alliance was going to be here today, I would not have come. God.
I see you have your partner in crime, Russell, here from Due Dissidents.
He's the brown, I'm the red. That's why we have
nice. Or as Pasta called it, the Bread Round Alliance.
It's the Bread Round Alliance.
I did not see that coming.
Wait a second. I called it the Bread Round Alliance, but Uncle Warren, are you insisting that I'm the brown between me and Fee's Red Brown Alliance? So
I'll say you're the bread. I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say you're the bread because you're on top, right? Because the bread's on top.
As a fat, I can say it. We're good.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
No body shaming, guys. No body shaming. Come on. I mean, I bet I look like I'm about 4 months pregnant myself. So nobody cares
as long as you're a man.
Exactly. So,
as a short man, I can tell you nobody gives a fuck about us. Where are all these short men they're putting out on the runway to make a?
I mean, I got hired as a model. I'm going to do Calvin Klein next week.
What about tall men being a social construct? I haven't heard about that.
Hey, look, tall men. Let me tell you something about tall men. I'm 6'4", right?
And I'm the social construct.
I'm the motherfucker that's got to get everything off the top shelf because you shorties are too lazy to go get a fucking ladder, okay? I'm the guy, all right? You don't get that peanut butter unless I'm in the ladder, okay?
Well, those are why short people have usually been smarter because we have to manipulate you tall people to get the stuff off the shelves.
Yeah.
Now they're going to divide the working class again.
Yeah,
right.
Between tall and short.
Do you know how hard it is to go shopping for men of my size?
Look,
exactly.
Napoleon.
Speaking of the
you can't get this shit at Target.
The people who just came in, their opinions about Zelensky and his flag.
Yeah.
With the Nazi
Colin, you haven't said anything yet. I'm sorry. Yeah. Do you have any grievances you want to air first, Colin, before answering that?
Sure, this fucking weather needs to go.
Like who?
Like,
come on, man.
Who told the world? Who told people that it was okay to go down to like what temperature down in DC, like 20?
The geoengineering.
Yeah,
it's let me see. Your local forecast in Brooklyn is 12 degrees. Oh, it's 11 degrees right now.
Negative 22. Okay.
Oh my god.
That's Celsius. That's
Celsius.
Who's living in negative 22?
Yeti up there in the Hawk.
Well, where
it's
is
Celsius though? Does anyone here actually know what that means? Because I don't.
Yeah, 40 degrees below is the same in both. So you can judge off that.
I'm in northern Canada. I'm like right under the Northwest Territories, like 400 kilometers.
Zero.
I can see why you're moving now. That makes sense. You're like,
I am looking forward to not having the harsh winters, but it's pretty good though. Like it gets to a certain amount of cold where it's just cold. It doesn't matter.
I just imagine you open the door and it's just snow all the way to the top. Like
no, that's in like Newfoundland. We get so cold up here, it just doesn't snow anymore.
Okay.
For anyone who's interested, that is negative 7.6 Fahrenheit.
Nice.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm fine with that. Like I was talking about radiators and stuff here in New York. Like a lot of apartments and stuff have radiators and stuff. And I got to tell you,
right back there.
There you go. I live in this little the Blues Brothers Flophouse apartment, right? So no AC in the summer, so I'm like sweating my ass off in the summer. But in wintertime, I'm snug as a bug in a rug because that motherfucking radiator could probably heat the whole block. I'm pretty sure of it, right? I mean, I can't put nothing on there without it melting. It's just beautiful, such warmth. It feels so good. Yeah, it's beautiful.
We have to use glycol-filled lines up here for our heaters.
Now, I knew people in Minnesota too. I went to Minnesota back in the 90s for Christmas with a friend of mine. And they had like the steam, they heated everything. They had the saunas, they had like saunas in their houses. They had like the big giant heat pipes that with the steam going through it. Beautiful thing. You know, I'm a Southern boy, you know, down there it's like you don't really need that shit because it like gets down to maybe like 30 degrees or something like that for winter time. You don't really need like, you know, we have like gas heaters or something like that. But here, they don't fuck around in the north. They're like, no, it gets cold here. We're going to heat your ass up. So in the summertime, you're fucked.
People up here have heated driveways. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's smart.
I've seen that. I've seen the guys with the flamethrowers.
It's a wall of cold. It's a wall of cold. Like if you look at, there was a map that I showed. It was like, like in whatever, like Western North Carolina, it's like 30 degrees, and then Eastern Tennessee, like 9 degrees. Like and that's what it happened.
Yeah.
It was 50 degrees this morning. Now it's like with the wind chill, it's like sub-zero now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked about that on my show today too. It was fucking crazy to see that. It was like, you'd see like 30, 40 degrees, and then it would be 9 degrees, and then it's like negative 21. And it's just like this wall of ice that hit there today. Yeah, it's wild. I saw that today too.
Did you see there was a 100-car pileup on I-75 in Ohio? 100 cars.
Oh no!
Must have just been some ice on the highway. And it's just like, brutal.
People aren't prepared.
Yeah,
that's why it fucking.
No, you guys probably don't deal with black ice quite often down there. That's where
I am black ice. I am black ice.
Not the beer, Warren.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The first
okay, never
real
mind.
storm of the winter too, so people were not ready. Like this was brutal.
Oh, even people this far north, first snowfall, driving off into the roads. Like this happens every year, people. Every year.
Yeah,
I love Max
and
Headroom
they're surprised,
pasta.
like, oh shit, where'd this come from?
Yep.
Pasta, you okay, bud? Are you
He's turned into Max Headroom.
Are you phasing into the next universe? What's going on here? I don't. It's kind of. I don't know if
Someone
we should
clip that,
call.
please.
Do we need to call a medical physician or something? Or
so
no.
Max Headroom. That's what you. It's back. You're Max Headroom again.
He's time travel back to the 80s. They
can you guys hear me speak at all?
Yes. Yeah,
you sound good.
Because this shit is like.
Yeah, you need like a GIF of this. This would make a great GIF.
I've never seen anything like that. That is wild. How do you tell us how you feel, Pasta? What's going on with you physically?
Let me see if I can speak real quick and see if it lets me go to the main screen. It's not letting me go to
You
the
sound
main screen.
good.
Damn.
We're going to get you out of the transporter pod as soon as we can. There's been a malfunction. The techs are on their way now. Just stay calm. Use the oxygen.
Did you call Geek
Okay,
Squad?
we're back.
Okay, he's good.
Geek
All right, good.
Squad.
All right.
So,
good.
Wait.
All right.
And now
good.
our Brady Bunch square's got
Oh,
there
he's
he's
back
back.
in the Phantom Zone.
I don't
that?
understand. I'm not high enough to understand what's going on. I'm gonna
too
need
high
some
to
more
know
weed.
what's going on.
Oh,
we're gonna need some more weed over here.
Putin's Guccifer has hacked into Pasta Jardula's iPad.
Yeah, I ain't having it today, Jahula.
I know he's just fun to watch. As long as we can hear him, that's fine. I mean,
Yep.
It's just keep on rocking in the free world. All right, or go green. That works too. Maybe he could be smoking too. This is the best show ever. All right, we should just end it right now because it's not going to get any better, folks. I'm just to tell you right now.
This is as good as it gets.
It's only 9 o'clock.
I know, right? We've only made it halfway. Living on a prayer. So Keaton, Russell, I mean, you guys are New Yorkers like me, so you're in the mix. Are you guys okay? Are you like in colder spots? You guys aren't in the city, are you?
Russell is. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad up here. I mean, it's pretty bad, and it's been. What's that?
I heard Buffalo got hammered again
over here.
Yeah, Buffalo sure got bad.
Where are you, Keaton?
I'm in Orange County, about 60 miles north of the city. So in Newburgh. So about 15 miles south of Poughkeepsie. That's usually a city,
That's New York State, right?
Yeah. Exactly. And then Russell is in Harlem. So Russell's in the city. Russell doesn't have to worry about power outages, really. I do.
Yeah, that's fair. He just has to worry about getting shot.
What's that?
He just has to worry about getting shot.
Yeah, well,
don't believe everything you watch on Fox, man. It's really
Harlem's nice. I've been to Harlem.
In New York, you really have to worry more about hipsters and gentrification than you do getting shot because it's.
I always tell people if you're terrified of jogging metrosexuals, New York's a scary place.
Speaking Death Wish and
like Death Wish for metrosexual.
Well, I did live in New York for about 3 months in the late 90s.
Did you get shot?
So the last of the good days.
Yeah, that was the last of it. Yeah, exactly.
I got to see the Twin Towers, and then they weren't there the next time I came around.
Yeah. The thing about the hipsters and the metrosexuals and stuff like that, since this is a Festivus themed episode, it brought up an idea that I've had for a while, which is that, how Kramer had all these like business ideas on Seinfeld that he would pitch? Well, New York has gotten so yuppified and so gentrified that a lot of those crazy ideas would actually be hits nowadays. Like the make your own pizza shop. People would line up for that shit. He had an idea for a PB&J store, right? A restaurant that only served peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Imagine the Instagram bimbos lining up for that. Oh my God, you have to go. You have to go to the PB&J store.
True.
Have you ever seen
45-minute line? Get in and pay $13 for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that's like slightly better than every peanut butter and jelly sandwich you've ever had.
Have you ever seen this
cereal
restaurant?
It would be a huge hit. Those Kramer ideas would be massive hits now.
They have a make your own pizza store out here. I walked in thinking I was gonna get just a single slice, and it's like a Subway for pizza. I live in California, in Southern California. So
all right. Well, same kind of
hang
thing.
on, but it's literally make it yourself or pick.
No, somebody makes like they put the bread out, and then you kind of pick your own toppings, and then they
that wasn't Kramer.
Well, Kramer's idea was you actually pizza.
Okay, this is like a Subway pizza place.
I mean, post-COVID, putting the hands in the dough probably wouldn't fly now anyway. But pre-pandemic,
COVID's not foodborne.
But the PB, but still, people would be uneasy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Laney,
especially the fuckers in New York.
I know, right? Especially if you made it expensive. If you made it expensive, those fuckers would buy it up just like that, just for the prestige, of having a rich, fancy PB&J when it's really just Wonder Bread and
the PB&J probably like a massive hit, hit.
Yeah,
no doubt about that.
Probably the store brand from food
charge $1,000.
You're putting that store brand from Food Bazaar on there, just slapping it on some Wonder Bread. And you're going, it's for the hipsters.
There'd be a mango habanero jam that you could smear on it. There'd be 4 kinds of bread that you can do. There'd be almond butter. You wouldn't necessarily have to do let's do. They have almond butter. Ooh, almond butter.
My wife actually had an idea to do that with like macaroni and cheese. Where you could pick whatever you wanted to.
That's another one. Yes, absolutely.
There's a restaurant in.
I'm sure those exist.
There's a restaurant in Soho, in Manhattan that it's all they do is they serve macaroni and cheese, all different kinds of macaroni and cheese, and it's really good.
Sure, I'd seen a place that does that.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it's like on Prince Street or something like that. I'm not sure where it is, but it's not too far from the Apple store over there. But yeah, and I've eaten there, and that shit's pretty good. But it was a little, you get that Manhattan markup though,
Oh yeah.
It was a little on the pricey side, but it was good. It was good mac and cheese though, and the portion was pretty big too. So I couldn't really complain about that too much.
Even in Harlem, man, because Harlem was cheap. Oh, with the inflation. Like a bacon, egg, and cheese, which is, basically the Harlem equivalent of a gallon of milk for gauging prices. Bacon, egg, and cheese was as long as I've lived here. Bacon, egg, and cheese was like $3 to $3.50, $6 now.
Yo, wow. So Russell and I have actually only met in person one time. We do the podcast together, but we've only met in person one time. And the time that we met in person, I was in town. I was on the Upper East Side, and I said, "Let's meet up." Just as
Oh, so that pissed me off.
Yeah, and we ended up going to this
place,
got me getting a bacon, egg, and cheese. And by the time he was done ordering it, guess how much a bacon, egg, and cheese? And did you get a coffee too, or no?
I think I did. Yeah.
Okay, so bacon, egg, and cheese, and a coffee. Guess how much Russell paid at this place? We just wandered into a place and go, "All right, whatever, we'll grab something."
$10. It never even occurred to me that they would charge
$10.
All right, that's. Colin says 10. Anybody
I'm going
else?
with 12.
I'm gonna say 14.
Russell, do you remember the exact amount? You must.
I believe it was like $13.50.
Oh, it was more. No. It was $13.50 for the sandwich. With the coffee, it was 16.
What the fuck?
I remember that.
Wait, the bacon, egg, and cheese was $13.50?
By the time you realize you got robbed, it's too late. They made it. You ordered it.
They made it. Your whole
no, but like it makes sense. Even like.
It's one of those where you just want to be like, I would much rather you would hit me in the head with a brick and taken $16 out of my wallet.
Yeah, like even at McDonald's,
right? It would have been cheaper.
$15 now for a meal.
No, McDonald's fast food is a ripoff now, absolutely. But this place is crazy.
Yeah, it's like, what do you think this is fucking real food?
Yeah, no.
Like I know I'm paying for some kind of space spore thing you whipped up in a vat.
Just a nice little sawdust in the burger. That's
the thing. That's really a coming of age thing. Like I just turned 36 last week, and I feel like one of the you're getting old when you realize fast food is garbage. Like, I was always of the opinion, all right, yeah, I know this is not a gourmet meal, but whatever. Burger King, a Whopper Jr. and fries, it's a real meal. Now, it was like, a few weeks ago, I went through a drive-through, and I paid like $7 for like the fucking whatever, the rodeo burger with like onion rings on it and barbecue sauce and a small fries and a Coke. I'm like, I paid $7.50. This is garbage. This is not food. This is nothing. It doesn't even really fill you up. I feel like that's a sign that you're entering middle age, because I feel like when you're young, you don't really know the difference. You don't really know the difference. Like, yeah, you conceptually get it, but you don't really know the difference between being satisfied by food and not.
Middle age is when, if you decide that you're going to eat that food, you need to think about whether you need energy for anything you're going to do for the rest of the day, because you're not going to have any. That's middle age. Like, when you got to be like, do I have to like do any intense thinking today? Do I have to like do a ditch or something?
I don't think to ruin anybody's holiday season, but I think that might be a sign that you're getting old, not middle aged. That may be a sign of severe aging.
Well, it's amazing.
Listen,
During the pandemic,
by the time you get into your 40s, if you are gonna have like a double quarter pounder with cheese and some fries, you're gonna pay for that.
You got to plan that shit out.
Pounder because of what Colin said. It's too expensive for a double quarter pounder. You get like one of the combo meals off the board, you're spending $12 or $13.
Yeah.
For a burger, fries, and a Coke. I don't do that.
Look, y'all need to quit talking. You need to quit talking about these prices. You keep fucking up. You keep fucking up Pasta's camera with these high prices. Talking about these burgers. So he's like having fits over there thinking about these fucking cheeseburgers being $13 like that. No, I'm 53 years old, man. I got to prioritize. If I go down to the bodega and get me like a roast beef and Swiss on a Hero or something, I'm done for the day. There's no shit going on after that. Well, there might be shit going on after that, but it ain't going to be outside. I'll tell you that for nothing right now.
No, that I can eat, man, but there's something about like whatever fucking chemicals are in, like whatever they dredge out of the East River to make McDonald's. Like that shit will knock you on your ass, man.
Well, during the pandemic, when I started learning how to bake bread and stuff, eating all my own bread and stuff, I ended up losing like close to 80 pounds. And it's like, how much shit is in bread that made, like, I was moving around.
I lost weight in the pandemic too, just from not eating restaurant food.
Yeah.
Well,
because I had to isolate pretty much because I had a heart transplant. So I don't have an immune system. So I basically stayed home for like 2 years.
You live in northern Canada. So what do you mean isolate? You're isolated anyway, right?
What's that?
You live in northern Canada, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so what? Did you get COVID from a fucking tiger? Well, I mean, what is up there that you got isolated from?
Sasquatch.
Polar bears.
Oh, Sasquatch. Oh, my wife decided to join. This is my wife. This is my wife, Amanda. Everybody.
Hi, Amanda. Welcome.
My wife and I are celebrating 12 years. This is our 12-year dating anniversary. Not a marriage anniversary, but our dating.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. And your first date was
around this time. These were some of my last moments as a miserable man 12 years ago around this time. And then at around, what was it, about 10:30 that night? That's when things took a turn. But at 12 years ago, at this time in my life, I was still a miserable fuck.
So, Kelly in the chat says happy Festivus.
That is what you're saying for your wife.
What's that?
Your first?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope it was a lucky moment for her.
Like,
your first date was on Festivus.
Went to shit.
It was
Amanda, you're free to sit in, but you cannot be on the next album.
Can I ask a question to Keaton and Russell since they're here? What's the name of your show, guys? I'd like to take a look at it. Maybe we can promote it while we're actually doing a live stream here with other people watching.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Our show is called Do Dissidents. And I'm a fan of yours, Mr. Pasta. I always take you over to Side Salad whenever they say, yeah. I am seriously. I've seen your stuff before, so it's nice to meet you. Yeah, our show is called Do Dissidents. We started out as just an audio show a few years ago, and then we started getting into the YouTube game about a year ago.
Nice. and you guys have almost 4,000 subscribers there, so that's nice.
Yeah, we're
you guys on
closing
any
in
other
on it.
platforms?
Closing in on it. What's that?
Any other platforms?
Well, yeah, these guys got us onto Rockfin, but I can't figure out how to sync Rockfin with YouTube. So do I have to upload every video individually to Rockfin? That takes a while. I mean,
well, hold on a second. Let me come in this way. I knew I was frozen. Let me stop and come back. Are you guys live streamers or you just upload? Do you guys upload?
No, we're live streamers.
Okay. I mean, when you live
it's a very good show.
Do you guys use StreamYard or Zoom?
StreamYard.
Okay, so it's very easy to StreamYard. You can just program your Rockfin in at the same time.
Yeah,
but you just
got it. I tried it once and I fucked it up, but I'll try it again.
Here's the thing: it's like once you go live on your StreamYard will kick in your Rumble. If you have it on there, it will kick.
Yeah, I have a Rumble too. Yeah.
You have to go to your content manager, put everything into your Rockfin, like put all this information in, your thumbnail, your title, and stuff. And when the StreamYard kicks it in, about 30 seconds later, Rockfin will say go live. You have to kick in the go live.
Oh, I have to kick it in manually. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that then.
It's easy though. If you guys need help, just hit me up and we'll do it. I mean, yeah, it's very easy. So
yeah, I'll follow you on.
Are you guys on Rumble
Twitter.
too? By the way,
what's your name? On
at Yo Pasta.
At Yo Pasta. All right, I'll find you.
Are you guys on Rumble too or no?
Yeah, we are on Rumble. Yeah, absolutely. That's our
same thing. You can kick them all in, Rockfin, Rumble, and YouTube at the same time. And
Rumble, I don't have to manually kick in. Rumble just automatically does it. Rockfin, I would have to go in and actually do
Rockfin, yeah, YouTube and Rumble will automatically kick in. Rockfin, you have to just, yeah.
Did you guys used to do stuff with Nico House? Whatever happened to Nico House?
Oh, Nico's house is all right. He'll be back. He was just taking some time to get his life straight. He lost his grandparents unexpectedly. One right after possibly the jab, and then when his grandfather left, his grandma was just a ticking time bomb, and so he's just taking some time because they were really close to him, and he's resurfacing. He's getting back up. He's getting back on RT and whatnot, and yeah, he's actually going to be down in Brazil for a little while doing some work.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, no, because I noticed because I know you from Nico, and I haven't seen him in a while.
We used to run it Nico, and it was just the combo couch and Nico at one point. I mean, there was another dude that was on there doing some shit, but then he faded away. So it was just kind of us and Nico. And then, Nico also, we made fams with, Roar Media, obviously the combo couch did, but the MCSC network had Misty, Steve,
right.
Robbie, all those other people, Franco, and stuff. And
yeah.
All those people. So we just collaborated and stayed close with each other. And yeah, it was just kind of like what we're doing right now, just kind of forming like an unwritten bond of sorts, just a cool bond to help each other out, have each other's backs, have, discussions and commonalities. And, it seemed like everybody we kind of were with the MCSC network. We all kind of thought very much alike. So it was kind of, it was a cool bond over the last several years. So, that's why I appreciate these things that, Warren's doing with Indy and stuff. And, it helps. It's important, especially when shit's going awry and things get really, really hairy. And I still think we got to go through hairier times before you get into better times. I mean, that meaning like, they're still going to make it harder for us to make a few bucks. They would still want us tied to outside work and taking away time from over here. You know what I'm saying? Simply because we're all people who can think for ourselves. I mean, that's the bottom line. If you can think for yourself and you can, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to play team sports. You're a threat to the machine more than anything. And they're going to make it harder as can be. But that's what we do. We use all the avenues. We use Rockfin. We use Rumble. We use our Patreon, our PayPal. Warren, I sure hope you have all your links up there today. Because I'd like to throw a couple bucks in the cookie jar for you hosting today, just to say, hey, go get a beer on me. But a Boca beer, $9 beer.
I'll drink that beer, Pasta. I will fucking drink that beer. And I will be thinking of you when I drink that beer too. So this year, everybody here on the dais, I can say that this has been a great year of growth for all of us. I mean, Pasta, you got your new show with Steve, AM Wake Up, Jimmy's got her new show, and Colin and Reef are doing great with INN News, and Andrew's show is starting to grow too, and Yeti's Canadian. Everybody's having a good time. It's
get around to my show eventually. God, stop forcing me.
He's waiting for the dough to rise, and then he's gonna and then he'll have a show because he's a baker. He bakes. He's a good baker too, right? When you guys send some food down here. Yeah, we said INN News. They're sneaky. Yeah. Welcome
Tara's show.
Yeah, so I like to think that like there's so much growth going on, and then there's so much like there's been a lot of negative shit this year, obviously, as there has been for the last couple of years. But the positives are that all of us here are making strides and growing at our own paces, which is good. I like a nice organic growth where it's like you're reaching people and you're actually changing minds, and then they're like, oh, okay, we'll start watching this person, and maybe we'll get some more good stuff like that. That's how I found Do Dissidents. Was it was by sheer dumb luck, actually. It was just one of the recommendations on YouTube. I was all right, let's check these guys out. Found out you're New York guys. I was like, all right, I'm hooked. Started watching the show and was just like really amazed at just at the great commentary, great analysis. You guys always have good guests on there, and it's great. It's like I say, the rising tide always lifts all boats. So us all together like this, collaborating, having fun tonight, obviously, and just having aluminum foil wrapped pipes for some reason, but it's just good knowing that we could take that positivity into 2023 and hopefully have even more growth and even more collaboration too. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh, absolutely, amen. And let's be honest with each other. The minute the world becomes a good place is the minute we all become fucking irrelevant, right?
Yep.
If things ever take a turn for the better, we're in real trouble.
Or the moment the corporate media does its job.
Yeah, well, that's
I do have a plan B though.
Out before that happens. So
I do have a plan B though.
Well, the mainstream media is not the media; it's the propagandist. It's the stenographers. That's
what I'm saying.
They ceased to be media a while back.
Become news.
Yeah.
If they, they're. I don't know if you saw that. What do they call those debates? What's the name of the debates that we did?
Oh, the Monk debates, the one with Taibbi versus the
where
guy.
Taibbi and Douglas Murray debated these hacks from the Times. Who were they?
It was Michelle Goldberg and then Gladwell, Malcolm Gladwell.
Malcolm Gladwell, and they're just both as insufferable as you would imagine. But Gladwell kept going back to the. Because Matt Taibbi was talking about, hey, the news business always had problems, but, there were certain things that were better about it. And he kept trying to pull the Taibbi wants to go back to a time when white men ran the news. What? Like every time he came up, he was throwing that at him. But the fact is, this is something we talked about in our commentary on it. Man, if you look at the news back then, they would put Eldridge Cleaver on TV back then. Back then, you go back and you watch old Meet the Press, they'll have Malcolm X on there.
Yeah.
They would never put someone like that on TV today.
No way.
So arguing, yes, certainly are the anchors and the newscasters more diverse? Absolutely. Is the content more diverse? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
It's more controlled than ever.
Right, right.
But I gotta jump off here. This room is freezing up here.
Yeah.
Well, you are in northern Canada.
I gotta jump off too, guys. Colin, Keaton, Andrew, Russell, Jimmy, Reef, and Uncle Warren. I love you all. Yeti, thank you guys so much.
Love you, brothers.
Thank you.
Happy Festivus.
Thank you, man. Nice
love you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, enjoy your Christmas too, guys.
Uncle Warren, love you, brother. Hit me up anytime.
Love you, brother. Yes,
love
sir.
You all. Thanks for having me on.
Love you, Eddie.
Peace.
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 I'm glad those assholes are gone. Jesus Christ. I mean, what? No, who said that? No, there's no talking shit after they leave.
Speaking of growth, INN's almost to 1K. How many we got left, Colin?
75.
I think.
Is that what you need to monetize?
At
this point, we already have our watch hours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the watch hours are not a problem. It's the getting to the 1,000 subs.
Honestly, I thought it was
9.
going to be in reverse. I thought that the watch hours were going to be problematic.
Be harder.
The watch
Well,
hours.
when you
we put
use
so much
the
stuff
thing
on
is, it's easy to
INN
rack up watch hours when you put 140 graphic exhibits in every live stream. You know, when you do 140 slides in a live stream, you know, you can rack up those watch hours pretty good. You know,
yes, we can.
Job. Yeah, you do a thorough job. Yeah,
I swear there was only like 100 in that live stream.
No, there were like one.
Like
it's like 133.
You see, I keep trying to do that with our show, but Keaton keeps reining me in.
Yeah.
I know, right? I'm usually the
every show. I send like 10 exhibits to Keaton like 10 minutes before we
before we go on, like 20
and
minutes.
And then he tells me we can use 2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, but you guys put out so much. I mean, you guys are incredibly like prolific in all seriousness. Like we do 2 shows a week. You guys are on. I mean, not you, Colin and Reef, but your network.
But the network itself,
the watch hours are not going to be a problem. But the 1,000 subs, you'll get there.
Like, yeah, well, we're definitely infecting everyone's feed as much as possible. So
Well, when you get there, you're going to find out what it's like to live in East Berlin, because you're going to feel like, you know, if you say the wrong thing, all that work that you did building up those 1,000 subs, getting monetized, is going to be pulled from under you.
Right. I swear to God, Keaton loves to send texts like, "You're not going to believe this. Guess what? It finally happened." And every time he does that, literally my heart stops. And then he'll be like, "Oh, we got Tara Reid for Wednesday."
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, man. I am always waiting for that shoe to drop. YouTube demonetized us. I just got this from YouTube. I swear to God, every time I read a text like that, I'm expecting
Indy will be here later, and he has this particular quirk that Colin also hears frequently of the what? Oh my God, holy shit. And he'll just freak out for like 5 minutes, and then you'll be like, use your words, you know, and then it'll be like, no, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Nothing happened.
I mean, you don't have to worry about this now because you're not monetized, but these guys, we had them on our midterm night live stream, the guys from the Punch Up podcast, Lila and Pat. They just got a strike. Now, it wasn't a strike because they're not monetized yet, right? But they just got a strike for talking about the big C, you know. They were saying that because things are going around, people should mask up. And they got a strike for saying that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Really?
Again, one
for saying to mask up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, because it's a dumb algo that did it.
Oh, how the turntables.
It's a robot, right? So context does not matter, right? And Matt Taibbi put this in one of his drops. You know, Twitter had a thing where, like, if a robot picks up too many keywords that are too close to each other, the robot will flag that shit. And so the context does not matter. The context does not matter. That's why we come up with code words when we're covering all of these, you know, drops that are coming out now. You know, a lot of them are about the 2020-ish election, you know, and you have to come up with code words. There's a whole language that you guys are going to have to learn when you get to that 1,000 sub mark, and you'll get there. We've
been using Jewish delicacies to talk about those issues.
Yeah.
Matzah brie and kugel.
Right.
So far.
Yeah. Matzah brie and kugel so far. Once you guys get monetized, people are going to be donating money while you're live streaming. You're going to, and that's, you know, that's nice. You know, you'll do decently well with that, but you don't want to have that shit pulled from you. So you got to start, you know, you should really savor these last days when you can say what you want, when you can say what's on your mind.
Yeah.
Once you hit that 1,000 subs, I'm telling you, so it'll be like a switch. You're gonna be looking over your shoulder every time you do a show, because as Pasta said, you know, that's the price you pay to being a free thinker.
They've been demonetized
being
forever.
An independent thinker, because one of the things that makes these liberals such unbelievable cowards is that they will advocate for this sort of like arbitrary censorship, because they know that they are so unoriginal and unintelligent that they will never say anything that will be censored, because all they do is parrot the party line anyway. Right. So what the hell do they care if they're censoring people, right? But yeah, so you guys are gonna have to navigate that, but you will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell you this funny. I gotta tell you this really quick funny story. Talking about that. So the other day, I retweeted somebody, and I got a message from Twitter that said we slapped a sensitive content or whatever it is label on your thing, and I looked at the tweet, and I can't remember what the tweet was about, but in it the person said he cocked his fist. So the algo saw cock,
like Henry Cavill does,
right? It was like, oh, there's PPs in this post. We can put sense, and I appealed it. I said, look, he cocked his fist. There were no penises anywhere in this post. Will you take the fucking thing off? And then they contacted me back and they said, oh, so sorry.
What platform was this? What platform?
This was Twitter. This is Twitter. They slapped us. Yeah.
You're not allowed to curse on Twitter?
Well, they said cock his fist.
It depends.
And the guy says, but I'm like,
calls for violence. Calls for violence.
What's the sensitivity? Did he say cock? You gotta put the label on cock now? What the hell's going on here?
Yeah, but you're saying it wasn't about the violence. It was about the misunderstanding that it was a curse for
I guess.
body part today.
Well,
Are you not allowed to?
What they'll do on Twitter is they will hide replies that are vulgar. So, like, there are some people who
but aren't,
and it'll say, like, click here to see the ones that may have been hidden for offensive content. And so I'll click and I'll see that. So they'll post it, but they'll hide it. And then if you post something with a curse word in it or like with an insult in it, it'll give you that warning. It's a fantastic warning. They say most tweeters don't say things like this, right? Like if you ever call someone an asshole or a bitch or something, most tweeters don't say something like this. And I say, well, I'm not most tweeters, right?
I'd like to see their numbers on that too, because I'm betting.
But yeah, it happens quite often. You know, I'm more reckless on Twitter and Facebook because they don't pay us, so I don't really care if we get kicked off of those platforms, like, whatever. But YouTube is the one you really want to be careful because that can really fuck your shit up. But that's why we're also on
Rumble. We also have Rumble and Rockfin. Yep.
Rumble is the lifeboat in case we ever get nuked. Basically, if they nuke us on Twitter, that's our bunker. On YouTube, that's our bunker.
They're gonna call you conservatives.
Rockfin is the Kate Winslet door that she floats on in case the lifeboat sinks.
There's plenty of room on this door
for DiCaprio. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, even if there wasn't plenty of room on the door, it just thought of it because Cameron's in the news again with the Avatar.
I think that movie would have made more money if at the end he pulled her off that door and climbed on it himself.
Hey, what I just thought of,
like Airplane. If the Zucker brothers had directed Titanic, they were like, "Get in here, bitch! I'm getting on the door."
I'm still mad that the artist who actually had something to contribute to the world fucking froze to death, and this fucking useless social climber lives.
Yeah. Well, you know what I thought? He could have just swam back on, even if he couldn't fit on the door. Why not just swim back onto the boat and grab another door? Right?
Well, yeah.
They all should have known. Hey, wait a minute. Doors
full. Doors.
There's got to be 100 doors on the boat. They could just go back on.
He gets back to the ship. He gets back to the ship, and the guy's waiting there. He goes, "No, sorry, we're all out of doors."
There was also tables that were easily the size of doors as well.
Exactly.
A couple of couch cushions.
We got a porch swing over here. I don't know. It's kind of. I don't know if
the porch swing on the Titanic.
I don't know. I don't even know where that came from.
I think of the captain's fucking.
I think somebody snuck that on board. Some Southerner snuck it on board. One of the
I missed that scene in the movie.
That was deleted
like
scenes.
One
you
of your Alabama girls.
Get the Blu-ray. You'll see it in the deleted scenes there. It's like it's really nice porch swing too. But he said no, and then he died. So, spoiler. Sorry, I didn't know if anybody seen that movie or not. So.
All right, guys. Well, Colin, I'm sorry. It's my 12th year anniversary, and in the interest of making it to 13, I am going to duck out now. But I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Is this your wedding anniversary?
No. This is our dating
anniversary.
Wedding anniversary. We're at 7, and then in March will be 8. But yeah, this is our 12th year dating anniversary. Yeah, first date was Festivus night. But yeah, you guys are awesome. I love you guys. Thank you so much. You guys hooked up the Rockfin thing for us. So thank you. Very grateful for that. And I will get some buddies of mine to subscribe to get you to that $1,000 mark, 1,000 sub mark. And then we'll start hitting you up with some super chats because you guys
we'll take $1,000 too. If your buddies have $1,000.
Listen, we've talked about this a lot of times. I think we just did a segment on this on a recent show about how the left is not funny anymore. I mean, Kyle Kalinske, how boring. Mike Figueredo, boring. Young Turks, boring. But everybody's so boring on the left now. You're not allowed to laugh on the left anymore. So we are hopefully cultivating a community of funny leftists, and you guys are very welcome.
Don't say commune. They don't like that. They don't like that.
Yeah, commune. That's
Don't
right.
do that.
What do you mean community? Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, right, happy anniversary to you. Thanks for coming on.
Festivus.
Merry Festivus.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas
now. I don't care who's offended by that. How do you like that?
Serenity now.
Merry Christmas. Yeah.
You fucking
happy Hanukkah. Happy Merry Kwanzaa.
Bye, Amanda. We love Amanda more than you now, Keith. Now you're cool, but she's cooler.
Sure. Yeah.
She's cooler.
Yeah,
so you should have brought her out. That's a showbiz no. Never bring out anybody better. You're the star, okay? You got to remember that. So
well, that's why she left after a couple minutes. I said, "You're fucking me up here." Yeah. All right, guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Have fun. Stay warm. Stay warm. All right.
Stay warm.
Thank you, guys.
Wear 5. Stay alive.
And last but not least, we got Indy left in here. I know we got 24 minutes left, so that's 24 minutes of airing of grievances for you, pal. So how you doing, Indy? Hello?
He's coming. He's probably connecting to audio that we can't see. Nice.
Did it? What? No? 3.
What? What?
He's getting ready, and meanwhile,
Get your hand off my penis!
That's usually kind of takes a while. So yeah. So I this has been a really good show tonight. I've really enjoyed this. We're gonna try to get out by 10 o'clock. So because Oz and Shonda, I like to say Shonda. It's Shanda, but I like to say Shonda because it makes her sound more European. Are coming up with Beauty and the Boomer, their special Christmas Eve show tonight at 10 p.m. East Coast time, 7 o'clock on the West Coast. So be sure to tune in for that. Indy, we don't hear you yet, sir.
Muted still.
Are you muty?
Check your
muty.
Input in Zoom.
Muty McMuty.
Sure that's right.
Patty mute. Anyone?
I see his thing moving, but no sound yet.
It is moving. Just keep talking, and we'll let you know when we can hear you, Indy. So, but yeah, very cold here in the Northeast. Colin, how is it down there in DC? Is it like?
It's like 10.
Did you get rain today too?
No, yesterday it rained.
You got it yesterday?
Yesterday, and then since today it was. I think the high was I had a cold today. So, well, Reed knows this because I've been suffering with this cold for the last few days.
Oh, dude, he fucking he passed out yesterday. He came home and was done. He was like replying with snores. He was like, "We're like, you doing all right, Colin?" Like just fucking gone.
So, what did he get stoned and get on StreamYard? Because that's what happens to me. I get stoned and get on StreamYard. me and Jimmy will be talking, and then the next thing I know, I'll wake up and StreamYard's closed, and have a sock's missing. I'm like, what the fuck? That was some really good weed. What's it? But Kelly says. She says, has anyone noticed that Jimmy's rave curtain behind her looks like an ass on one side and a male exotic dancer's package on the other side?
I mean, I do now.
I see it.
Yeah. Wrong side.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't.
That's awesome.
I know.
Yep.
That's sweet, tent ass. Package 2. Yeah, it rained here early this morning, and then it was so weird, man. It was like the high today was 53 and the low tonight is 13. So you got that 40-degree swing. And then the rain this morning is still, still on the sidewalks. That's going to be ice. So I'm not leaving this house tomorrow morning.
I was supposed to do a Statue of Liberty tour tomorrow morning. They're shutting it down.
Yeah.
Like the ferries are not running. They're shutting the whole thing down tomorrow.
Really? Like none of the ferries.
They needed
that was the
fight the Marshmallow Man.
I got all week. When I was told I wasn't going to have to go there at fucking 18 degrees tomorrow.
Jesus. Yeah, you'd be like that kid from A Christmas Story. You got your arms up and you can't put your arms down because you're wearing too many fucking coats on. That's the thing, man.
I don't know who these people. I mean, I'm being paid, man. I don't know why you'd pay to put yourself through that kind of torture.
Who are these people? No.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing yet, Indy. Still, we see you, but we do not hear you.
I don't even know if I hear him. If I hate Hoy, me. You probably should learn how to spell first. Here, I'll fix it. Hold on. Jesus. Nothing works. Pedcack. Problem exists between keyboard and chair.
Oh.
That's okay. I can team viewer in. We're good.
That's what happens when you don't do bathtub crank right. If you don't cook it right, bad things happen like that. Yeah, so I'm glad you don't have to go out in that freezing fucking cold tomorrow, Russell. I would have been like, nah.
I mean, it's the price I pay to have total freedom. But once in a while you gotta bite the bullet. But it was very nice that they shut down the ferries tomorrow. I was like, awesome. I didn't even know they do that. I never heard of them doing that.
That you mean like they did the Staten Island ferry too? That's not running anymore?
Well, that I would imagine no, but the ferries that go out to Liberty Island are shut down.
Oh yeah, like probably that and a few of the water taxis and whatnot too. I would imagine those are like on a
right. Yeah. Staten Island ferry. Well, I think it might be because of like ice, like you would get ice.
Grievances.
There he is.
Okay, there we go.
There it is.
What's up, Andy?
I fixed it.
There you go.
Indeed,
very good.
A list of grievances to air.
Let's hear them.
Oh boy. Well, I made a partial list. Let's see. Let's air out grievances against edgelords. Fuck edgelords. Fuck shitlibs. Fuck G-hivers. Fuck anybody calling the Twitter files a nothing burger. Fuck Twitter for censorship to begin with. Fuck you, YouTube, for censorship. Fuck you, everybody who won't join and hang out on Rockfin. Speaking of Rockfin, that was perfect timing. Thank you for the segue, Keaton. Fuck you, everybody not sub to INN on YouTube. Fuck you, people who smear Julian Assange. And most of all, fuck you, Discord, for banning our accounts this year. And my grievance.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
That was a thing.
That was a thing.
Yeah.
That was a thing. That's a partial list, and I'm working on my list still. Oh yeah, and my family
900
too.
people in a server that I just now
you can't say that
with.
out loud. You can't say that.
I just did. No, I have grievances. That's okay. We air them all out. That's how it works. It's like Yom Kippur for Jews. We get it all out, we cleanse it, and then we move forward.
You don't have to kill the chicken, right? You can just
I have
put
grievances
like
against
bread in the river
right now,
and the fish will eat it.
I have grievances against Naked Becks. I have grievances against people who bitch about INN. I got grievances everywhere. You don't even know.
Who bitches about our network?
So many.
Colin?
Haters.
So
Oh, now we're
pretty much.
Are we gonna start spilling tea? Come on, it is Festivus.
No.
Let's go.
No.
Let's go. You know there's people out there trash talking INN. It's all good.
Yeah,
we love them. We're out there doing our thing. And somebody wrote a really shitty Substack article, and I won't even bother to mention the name, but I certainly have grievances against that douchebag right there.
Yeah.
Sign up for my newsletter.
No.
Anyway,
That was written for PMCs. That wasn't written for the working class. That was my big issue with that. That was not written for like working folks.
Which one was it that someone asked what it was the other day? That was funny.
So I just took over. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Russ.
What
Good to see you.
was.
First time on stream. See, I just will walk in and take over. See what I do. This is grievance time. This is Festivus. This is what we're supposed to do.
It's okay because we all said our piece. So and you're
yeah.
Now, so
we all kind of agreed with you.
Yeah.
So
now was Fiorella here? Did we get grievances out of Fee? I missed that earlier.
Has to work.
We had Pasta was here. No Fee, but Pasta was here.
Nice. Pasta was here.
Keaton was here.
He's got grievances with the electoral system. I can tell you that. He's got a little bit of grievances with COVID.
Yeah.
You know, I do have a random grievance, and I totally forgot about this because it happened so early in the year. I have a grievance against the person who told Rick Overton that I said to him that nuclear weapons didn't exist. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Who was
that?
Fuck that person, whoever told him that. This is a true, Russell, this is not some shit I just pulled out of my ass. This is a true story. Somebody pretended to be me, got into a conversation with Rick Overton and told him that nuclear weapons didn't exist and that his parents said his parents were wrong. And then because I remember he'd been on the show last year. His parents were a liar.
No, mama.
And I get on Twitter and it's like, I'm going to check in on him to see how he's doing, if he's eating his soup, because it was cold. And, I want him to be warm. And it was blocked. And then me and Reef were talking about it. Yeah, he blocked me too. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So fuck that person. Fuck you. I got the fucking pole. Yeah. I'm going to shove up your ass. And now it's like behind the couch. I can't get it. And I'm not.
Veto strength.
I know.
Impersonator.
It's so hard. It won't do it. Okay. Anyway. Oh, there we go.
It's like when SpongeBob tries to fucking work out with the marshmallows.
This is actually 500 pounds of steel that I'm holding on my shoulders right now. So
and sex appeal,
steel and tinfoil.
You get those 12-ounce curls. Anyway, sorry. When you have props, it's nice, but when they're cumbersome like that, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass. So anyway, so yeah, I guess we're getting close to about 10 minutes till. Not too bad. So maybe we could go around the horn, see what everybody's doing for the holidays. What's Andrew? We'll start with you. What you got going on for the weekend or the rest of the year?
Not too much tomorrow, except family. That's when the main thing for family, Christmas Eve. Then someone's visiting, so I'll be going on vacation for the rest of the year. I'll be going to AEW on next Wednesday.
Nice. You have a favorite? That's the wrestling league, right? The new one, where they curse a lot. That's what I heard. They curse a lot. They use body.
Yeah, especially Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Now that
I met Rick Ross once. I met him.
A bit of a
one
manager.
Time. Is that the Cadillacs on 22s guy? Is that the Rick Ross?
Like Rick Ross, the boss? He's doing that? Get out.
Oh, yeah, he started to appear a bit on AEW now.
Oh, okay.
I
know.
And now they're doing the crossover. Yeah, I got you. That makes sense. Vince did it for years.
What about you, my friend? What are your holiday plans for the rest of the year?
I'll be here for Christmas, and then I'll be in Jersey next week visiting my mom. So hope to use some of that time to visit some of my INM peeps there while I'm there.
We'll make that happen. We'll make it happen
as well. So yeah, I'll be in the Jersey, New York area, New Jersey area, New York City area of next week. So, and I'll be there until New Year's. So.
Oh, cool.
Right over the fucking river.
Yep.
So Russell, besides not going outside and earning money tomorrow with a bunch of psychopathic tourists, What are your plans for the rest of the year?
Well, I will be meeting up with a college friend that I haven't seen in over 20 years tomorrow. And then Sunday for Christmas, I have a friend's house I always go to in Jersey because, I'm of the tribe, so I don't really have a Christmas thing to do, but it's kind of become a tradition to go
Chinese food, at least.
Yeah, but this, I got it on both ends, man. I grew up with Catholics. I'm very alienated from that community. Like, I don't even have Jews. I don't even have Jews that I hang out with, really. So it's not that whole thing. I'm an equal opportunity hater, I think, but I just all right. I'll tell you my grade. This really sums up my relationship to Jews because all my friends were Italian and Irish, and so at Hebrew school they start talking about how the Messiah is going to come and he's going to bring everybody back to Israel, and I raise my hand. I say, well, I don't want to go to Israel. And they were like, no, the Messiah is going to come and bring everybody back to Israel. And I was like, but I don't want to go to Israel. They go, fine, Russell, you'll stay. All the other Jewish boys and girls will go to Israel. So that is the relation. They eventually kicked me out. I actually got kicked out of Hebrew school when I was 9 years old.
You pissed off the rabbi so bad he kicked you out. I fucking love it. That's wonderful.
Yes, and I never went back in any respect. So
you gotta watch out for those bad boy Jews. That's right. You gotta
runs in the family, man. My father was a very atypical Jew. Also, he was like a 6'2" greaser, bouncer, hot rodder, gambler type. It's in the blood. I'm from like this wild strain of like renegade Jews.
Indy has won all the chocolate in his house through dreidel games.
That is a rumor. That is a rumor, sir.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I've actually like just been candy. Kind of appropriating the gelt. It doesn't really matter. There are no games. It's just the chocolate.
I love that. I would convert to Judaism if I could just get the chocolate every year because I do like the chocolate.
No.
I was actually watching a really informative video today on Facebook, and it's an Israeli guy, pretty progressive, I would say, but he's trying to refute Kanye. It's like a half-hour video, and he talks about the gold coins, and one of the reasons why they have the gold coins is they used to act like they were playing a game because they were forbidden from reading the Bible in ancient Greece, and so whenever the police would come, they would hide their books and pick up the coins and the dreidels, and they'd act as if they were playing a game. So that was the significance of the whole thing, which was
is that historically true?
That's what they claim. Historically true?
Allegedly.
Look, I've always said
the Bible historically true.
I've always said about the Hanukkah gelt. Listen, guys, you're aware that there's this stereotype, right? Do you really want to celebrate the holiday with freaking nets of chocolate money? Really? You're not helping the cause here, man.
Miss Jimmy. We'll get out of that controversy for a second. Miss Jimmy.
Nice segue here. Smooth.
Yeah. I got to follow up with that.
you got to all the
non-Jews are like, okay, I'm not going to do anything right now that's going to get me fired from my job. I'm just not going to respond. I'm just not. I'm staying out of that one.
Oh my God, he brought up Kanye. Oh my God.
This Gentile is out of here. Okay. Jimmy, what's going on? What's going on through the rest of the year for you, doll?
So tomorrow I got the midnight show with you for Christmas Eve, so definitely gonna be fun with that. I usually allow my daughter to open up a Christmas present the night before, so I'll probably do that on your show because it's around the time that she wants to open up her gift. And then Christmas morning, let the kid open up all of her presents, which I'm excited about because she gave me a list like 2 months ago and I was able to get her everything on her list this year, which is really exciting. And then unfortunately, I get to go see my sister and my brothers and stuff like that for Christmas dinner and all that, but I have to unfortunately hang out with my parents, which fucking sucks. But so me and my sister promised each other we give each other like the look of like we hate being here the whole time, and then give my mom the stank eye the whole time. So I'm hoping like me and my sister are gonna go in cahoots against my mom during the
Just
whole
go
dinner.
for a long walk.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I got my brother coming in from like up north, and he's a big pothead, so we're definitely doing walks around the block for sure. For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing better than
I have
holiday
to because my mom is
stank eye.
allergic. Can you believe? Like, make it even worse. My mom's allergic. So
Sounds like a band of the 90s.
Holiday stank eye. Live at the Civic
Mhm.
Center with special guest Crocus. Reeferoni.
Yeah.
Come on. What do you got for the rest of the year, sir?
Got people gifts. Gifts went out. People will open them. We'll do some of that. We'll have way too much food, like most Southern families will. My like aunt and uncle live next door. They'll probably come over. We'll do some of that. You know, I think there's a rib roast somewhere, and you know, lots of goodies and whatnot.
Yeah. Sounds so good.
But yeah,
I love rib
I got
roast.
I bought gifts for like Tara. I sent Colin a cake. Colin ate that cake
Nice.
up. It was gone. That cake was gone, son. Like Indy said he doesn't eat rum cake, and then probably ate way too much anyway. You know?
It's about a quarter gone. Colin can come finish it next week.
Dude, Colin will be there. He'll
know he
fuck
will.
that shit up.
No, he will. Oh,
You know?
I wasn't joking. I know he'll rack that shit. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I love rum cake. I love rum cake.
Yeah.
I did. They didn't like it.
Who's them up?
I did. They didn't like it.
Hello, child services. So
What do you mean child services? Like
That's right. I'm giving my kids alcohol cake, folks, on Colin's
this-
suggestion.
this shit ain't the
I
60s. You can't give kids
Dude,
booze and
give
not
those
get
kids
some
that
bread.
rum cake, dude.
yes, you
There's
could.
no rum
I
in
grew
it.
up on rum cake. I'm
There's no
Caribbean child.
alcohol
That's
in
what
it.
you cook it off.
Yeah,
So
it's all
not
cooked
like-
out.
It's not straight
Look it
alcohol.
off, right? Yeah.
Sugar. Uh-huh.
I like
I'm
my
not
rum
saying
cake
that you
without
can't
the cake.
take like a
Liquid
shot of
sugar
rum
anyway.
and put on it. Yes. Yeah.
I like my rum cake
it's
without the
sugar
cake.
that's went bad.
That's my favorite.
Yes.
That's my favorite rum cake. Indy, what about you, brother? What's going on through the rest of the year there?
I'm going to be chasing children. They're all off from school for the rest of the year, so that'll be fun. And then I'm going to be actually off from work from the week, so I get to do more indie stuff while I'm not chasing them, and balancing all that and aggregating and publishing and substacking and editing, and getting everyone together. We're going to have probably a pretty big announcement coming soon. That there was pretty some substantial stuff happening today, and got new show coming, new Substack and platform show about Indies Tech Tips. So 2023 is already hitting the ground running, and we haven't even started it yet.
So basically, Indy's going to do what he normally does: is work his ass off.
What?
Prepare all your Dave Wiggle jokes. We'll need those coming up.
Wiggle.
Oh, that happened today. So
yeah. Did that come out today?
I believe it came out tonight. And then
Yeah, well, he fucking Wiggle wrote a hit piece on Tara, supposedly. So that'll be fun to fucking Kirkland brand Ron Jeremy.
it was it was in the New York Post. It couldn't be Wiggle. It
I
wasn't
thought
Wiggle.
it was WAPO.
No, Sajana Fabra.
I think there's a.
Well, maybe
I've
there's
heard
another one
Prey Tell-
coming. This
Yeah,
is the story about her
so-
being denied at the UN. You know, the chance to speak at the UN.
Yeah.
Tara
Let
said
Tara
it
speak.
wasn't Weigel. It wasn't Weigel. She said it wasn't Weigel.
No,
Wasn't
that wasn't
Weigel?
Wiggle. Hi, Tara. Love you.
Damn.
Anyway,
Merry
we got to get
Christmas,
out
Ron
of here.
Jeremy.
We got to
Yep.
get out of
Yeah.
here.
Go watch Raw Media.
I wanna shout out everybody before we go because these are all wonderful people, all family, all friends of mine. First off, I want to say, Jimmy, thank you for being here. So this thing wasn't a total sausage fest. Jesus fucking Christ. Andrew Rochford, the Rochford
Always hold it
Files,
down
check
for it.
exactly. Kit with Chicago Corner tonight with Jerry and Ed and Kira getting toys and food drive in Chicago. Great job tonight, guys. Really appreciate that. We got Marcus from Political Matrix in the chat. Good to see you. So Andrew Rochford, the Rochford Files on YouTube. We have, of course, my INN brothers. Watch all our shows on there. There's too many to name right now, but just check out INN on all the platforms. Of course, Russell and Keaton on Due Dissonance. Great show. Check them out on YouTube and Rumble as well. And of course, Miss Jimmy with what? Wait a minute, what's the name of that show? I forgot. Yeah, that's right. What is Monday through Fridays? I believe. Wait, I didn't get that correctly. What was that called? What show is it? Oh yeah, it's called What? Monday through Friday on KRTD. Tomorrow night we will be back at midnight Eastern. We will be tracking Drunk Santa. So that'll be fun. We're going to find out where that fucker is going to end up tomorrow night. So should be fun. Come on out. Tonight was just a blast.
The timer up.
What?
Timer's up.
You timing me on my own show? Really?
Yeah. Midnight. Everyone who disagrees with you is an extremist by Jesse Jett is being released on Bandcamp. Everyone go to Bandcamp at midnight.
Minute, where's my bag of go fuck yourself? I can't find my bag of go fuck yourself. Anyway, I'll save it for next time. So anyway, I love all y'all. Thanks a lot. Have a great rest of your holiday, whatever you celebrate. And if you don't, it's cool too. Just love one another. We love all of you. And thanks a lot. Deuces.
See you tomorrow night. In time.
It's Festivus. You disappoint the rest of us. You are a failure. Let me regale you. It's Festivus. You disappoint the rest of us. I could spell it out if you were literate.
Frank, no offense, but this holiday's a little out there.